Hello there. Today you join me on a special occasion because today is Charity Day. And the charity in particular that I'll be making these for today is Macmillan Wellbeing Centre, and they are in the grounds of Trafford General Hospital. So anybody that's local, if they know Trafford General Hospital, as you drive through the entrance, it's a white building immediately on your left. So that's who I'm making these for today, and they are having their Christmas fair soon. So we want donations to generate some funds for the Wellbeing Centre and for the services that they offer. So today I'm going to be making these to donate to them so they can sell them and generate some funds. And what I shall be making is mince pies. So let's get started. So for this recipe, I've got some plain flour. I'll put the ingredients in the description, but I've got some plain flour. I've got one egg that I've beaten up, and I've got some butter that I have cubed and left at room temperature to go really soft. And I've also got some caster sugar, and I'm going to be making it in this food processor. If you haven't got a food processor, just put the flour, the butter and the sugar into a bowl, mix it by hand so you get a nice breadcrumb texture, make a well in the middle, add the egg, and then fold it all in until the pastry starts to form. But I'm going to be making it in this, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is to drop the flour in. That's the flour going in there. Then I'm going to drop in the butter. And then I'm going to drop in the caster sugar. Okay, so that's all them ingredients in there up to now. So I'm going to give it a good mixing, so it might get a little bit noisy. It'll get a little bit noisy, so I'm going to give it a good mixing until it starts to it forms like a breadcrumb texture. Then I'll pour in the egg gradually. Okay, so let's get started. So that's now like a nice breadcrumb type of texture. So that's what you want to be doing if you're doing it by hand. Nice breadcrumby type of texture. And now I'm going to add in the egg gradually. Okay, so just gradually add the egg. I'll take this out. So let's put it onto. You see how it's starting to form now? It's all starting to come together. That's what you want to be doing, looking for. Okay, that's that done. So we'll whip that out. Just drop it into this bowl. Just drop it into there, like that. And that's our pastry. Right. So just fold it in a few times, make a nice little ball out of it, and then what you want to do is to wrap it in some cling film and put it in the fridge and let it rest for about 15 minutes, something like that. But you should be able to push your fingers through like that, nice and easy. Okay, so now let's get this wrapped up. Got some cling film here. Get that wrapped up nicely now. And we'll let that rest in the fridge for about 15 minutes. And then we'll start rolling the pastry out, shaping the top and bottom pastries and adding the mince. So that'll be the next step. So I'll get this in the fridge for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'll give it 15 minutes and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so the pastry's been in the fridge now for about 15 minutes to rest. I'm going to be using this tray to make my mince pies in, and what I want to do is to just grease them a little bit. So I've just got a little bit of kitchen roll, kitchen paper, and I'm just going to rub some butter into the trays so they don't stick. Just a little tiny bit. That'll do. So that's then greased up, so that butter can go away. Get the pastry out. And there's the pastry. I've got a 10 centimetre cutter for the bottom and a 9 centimetre cutter for the tops. So we'll put them to one side for a minute. Let's get some flour. Some plain flour. Put that to one side. And make sure you put plenty of flour down, so you don't want it sticking. So plenty of flour down on there. Okay, put that to one side. And now we'll start rolling the pastry. And I'm going to do it in batches. I'll just do it in batches. So let's start with that bit there, put that to one side. Just roll it out into a ball like that, and then just press it down. That to start with. Make sure you keep your work surface well floured. And now we'll start rolling. Let the roller do the work. Don't press down on it. Just make sure you keep your work surface well floured. Okay. So now we're going to start cutting them. So I'm going to start with the bottoms. And for the bottom, I'm using the 10 centimetre. Now I want to try and get 12 out of these. Should get 12 out of it. Okay, so let's get these lined up over the holes. There's one. Just line on top for now. There's two. Every time I do these for the Wellbeing Centre, they sell really well. They fly out. So again, let's add this to that because we're going to use all this for the decorating it. Okay, so just put that to one side for a minute. Now we need some tops. The 12 tops, I'm going to use the round because I used the crinkled for the bottom, crinkled edge, so I'm going to use the round for the top. Okay, so one, two, I'll do for now on that one. And here I've got some Aldi mincemeat. It's a 422 gram jar. It's only about £2.20, something like that. So now what I'm going to do now is to push these pastries down to shape into the holes. Get them shaped in there like that. Push them down. Like that. Okay, so that's them all shaped and ready to go. And now we're going to put in a good teaspoon full of mincemeat into each one. Like that. Good heaped teaspoon. Depends on the size of the tray that you're using, really. You'll have to work that out yourself, because I don't know what tray size you'll be using. But I like to put plenty in, because otherwise the top pastry sinks. So I don't want it sinking. So I put plenty in. Mrs. is dead tight when she puts this into hers. Okay, so that's all my pastries filled. Quite nice mincemeat that from Aldi. Quite nice. So that's them filled. So what I need to do now is to add the tops. I'm going to put the oven on to 180 degrees fan. If you're using electric, obviously it's 200. If you're using gas, it's gas mark 7. So we're going to put our tops on now. So I'm just going to brush the edges of the tops, just around the edges, with some egg, and that'll seal it to stop the mincemeat from spilling out. I'm going to put them on there like that. Okay, so just around the edges, and just sit it on top. So I'm just going to get on with the rest of these. So that's all the main pies done. Now I want to decorate it, and what I've got to decorate them with is this little Christmas tree cutter. So we're going to cut some Christmas trees out and stick them to the tops of the mince pies, and then they're ready to go into the oven. So once again, plenty of flour. So we need 12 Christmas trees for the 12 days of Christmas. So I'll get these cut out, and then we'll use the egg to stick them to the pies. So we'll lift it out like that, brush the egg onto it, and drop it onto the pie like that. And we'll just do the rest of them. So there's my mince pies. They are now ready to go into the oven. So I'm going to bung them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just keep your eye on them. You don't want to go in dark or anything like that. And then when they come out, we'll let them cool down for about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then we'll dust them with some icing sugar, and they'll be ready to go. So let's get them in the oven. Set the clock for 20, I'm going to set it for 15 minutes, but I will pop in and just keep my eye on it. So that's it. So once they're done, we shall pull them out of the oven, let them cool down for about half an hour, dust them down with some icing sugar, and they will enjoy them at the Christmas fair at Macmillan Wellbeing Centre. So I shall see you in about 15 minutes time. Okay, so they've been in for about 15 minutes now, so I'm going to just whip them out just to see what they look like. to see if they're ready. I'd say they were just about perfect. So, what I'll do, just whip them out of here, put them on the plate to cool down, leave them to cool down for about 30 minutes or so. And when they're nice and cool, I'll dust some icing sugar over the top of them, put them in a box, and then they're ready to go to Macmillan. So let's get them out. So that's them out on a plate, ready to cool down. About half an hour's time, I'll dust them with some icing sugar, and then they're ready to go to Macmillan to earn some money for their charity. So thanks for watching. Watch out for the next video, which will be tomorrow, and I'll be doing some festive fairy cakes, again for Macmillan, for their charity, which will, it's all been done ready. In a couple of days' time, we'll be having the Christmas fair, so everything will be ready to take down there and hand over to them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.